one trade, a winner. At 56.40. Are you saving, Eloy, to put more money in your account?
That's the plan. Like, I just don't have a lot of money to save right now, but I know like there's just moments in my financials where I'll just have like a random amount of a big amount of money, and and I might make the decision right then and there, like, fuck it, this leftover, I'm just gonna put it into Ninja Trader. But right now, like, just financially, it's probably not happening, but I don't mind it as much. Where I'm like, I'm just gonna be. I just keep realizing my mistakes, so it's kind of like I'm just gonna lose that money right away, and I'm okay just practicing a little more. I'm back on sobriety, so I haven't been smoking all week, and like I'm just realizing the focus, man. And I'm like, fuck, I hate that I want to smoke so bad, but I like love the level of focus that I have right now. So I'm really gonna try to test like how focused I can get, and then really make that conclusion of like, all right, Eli, it's up to you if you want to keep smoking or not.
It's crazy. Yesterday when we were trading, I was high, and I still made that thing.
What the fuck?
You're making me want to
I've been
smoke
trading
now.
with my vape.
You're making me
You're
want to smoke now.
crazy. I can't imagine myself like having to join and taking a trade. I'd start to get paranoid. Damn, that's gonna be great. I'm gonna be posting videos like that, just smoking a joint.
You look a lot cooler, man.
I'll get more followers.
Yeah.
Every podcast is about smoking weed, bro.
709. So, damn, I took a while to take this shit. Anyone take a trade on the first?
More losses.
Here what was bullish about this is although the CVD, I mean down here this earlier the CVD was rising, but I like how the CVD broke under into the negatives and then popped back up into the positives. Oh, Eli, did you hear what I said earlier about the last trade where if CBD drops from like, say it's at negative 600 and then it drops down to negative 3,000, if you're trying to be bullish on that, like you have to be really patient, especially if it's in like a small time frame that it drops that much. You have to be real patient for if you're bullish to for buyers to step in because that's showing you that sellers are super aggressive at that moment. So to just say like, oh, buyers are gonna step in now, instantly after that much aggressive selling wouldn't make sense because of how aggressively CBD dropped from one number down to like it was like a 3,000 drop, 3,000 number drop. I don't even know what to call the number on CBD, but the aggressiveness from where it started to where it became within a few minutes is a red flag for buyers, and vice versa if it was the opposite. I hope that made sense.
I gotta see it again. I hear what you're saying. I would assume I wouldn't get in long if I see a lot of negative CBD.
I would too, but I did it.
At least based off this week's lessons, except for Friday. All my trades on Friday were shorts.
Was there news this day? Oh, there was 6:45 and 7 a.m. news. So CBD is very bullish here. Buyers are very aggressive. just looking at volume. Um, don't really have much zones here though. It's like a very choppy area. Um, so here, like, unless we drop into my key levels, I most likely wasn't looking to take a trade in this area until news was about to give me more information. What's interesting here is that that channel I had created aligned with pre-market lows, and it worked multiple times. It's 45. So this is the PMI news here. Not really a big reaction. That's one thing I want to jot down, which I haven't. Like I jot down news all the time, but I don't jot down which news had the bigger reaction. I want to be
Ah,
more aware.
no. I keep forgetting to do that too.
Start doing that. Because I could have sworn in the past I would see PMI do more reaction than this, but lately I haven't been seeing it do.
I know consumer sentiment does something.
Yeah. On this day, ISM and construction did something, and that's not something I'd expect.
What the fuck that is?
This is crazy buying from buyers. Look at all this buying volume. CBD's just rising. So this already here is you could start building up some kind of like I don't want to say bias, but a thesis, I guess. Drops into this low SVP at 5640. News is about to release at 7, so just got to be patient for that. What time was my trade? 7:09:35. Limit order just appeared out of nowhere. Oh, that's the news shit. I was tripping.
All those shorts got wiped out
Fuck yeah.
in a second.
Underwater. So this low SVP still stayed there? It's 5-minute news candle passed, so I was like, okay, now I could start creating my idea.
Hey, do you guys consider the bottom of SVP like a low value node?
Yeah, but I'm also cautious that like uh could keep falling. Because like here, obviously no volume has occurred there, but if sellers want to keep pushing lower, I mean, it's not like they can.
It's true.
That's why I even said it last weekend. I kind of like it better when it's like this because it's clear to me like okay, this is the low SVP area, which is the setup I took this time. So I had this area 5640 as my low SVP, and why did it matter on the charts? Did it matter? It's like right here. On the charts, it doesn't really make sense to me. 1. What's the difference there? Look at how the bubbles are smaller on the rhythmic than they are on the light. That's weird. But I have that low SVP at 5640, so I wanted to see the limit orders get eaten up. Plus, we have aggressive selling coming down into that. A large portion of why I was bullish was CVD, I think. It just was like crazy pushing up. It's not as obvious. Come on. Yeah, look at how crazy it rallied while we were kind of just consolidating here in this large range. So the fact that we pulled down aggressively and it barely made any drop allowed me to start creating a bullish idea. And then we come into this low SVP area with some aggressive selling here. Yeah, limit orders are there holding price up. Boom, that aggressive selling that just doesn't really continue. There's my test of 5640. Still aggressive selling, but it's starting to shift. So to me here now, buyers are showing their intention with how this this is pushing. Wait, hold up, I forgot what price I got. I mean, what time? 709.35. So I wasn't in yet, but okay, that I think is what made me get in because it's 709.37. So as soon as I seen that aggressive volume step in, I entered long and my stop was under the limit orders, 5634. So it was I was considering 35 can still get tested. I think I was a bit early on this one to be honest. Because it wasn't that was barely the second tap. But you basically had quite some time to get in. I just really liked how the buyers stepped in here. You could have got in right there. But you see how aggressive this selling was? Look at the volume. And then the fact that buyers start to step in like this is just the sign of the reversal, especially with the low SVP and the CVD rising like that. Test this 36 here. Actually, I think it touches the 35. Damn, I got in really early actually.
Dude, how is it almost 10? That's fucking crazy.
This is we still got one more here. But here you gotta be in. Look at the shift in buyers here, how it happened. And you had time to make the decision too.
Also, the CVD incline is very aggressive.
True. Yeah. And look at how it sweeped up here on the CVD. That's good.
Damn, whoever's in that, lucky bastards.
I'm in that. That's me.
Oh, you are? Oh, shit. You lucky bastard.
And my target was 56, 54 by a day. Rode that bitch out.
Yeah, I'm sick, dude. That was a good one.
But look at you had from
Celebrate.
let's say
17.
7:10 to 7:12. What?
You had 17 chances to get in.
Basically. And as long as you set your stop under the limit orders there, anywhere around here you were safe. It ended up working out. Oh, and look at how it did end up going down to that the lower day SVP. Or what were you referring to, Gabriel?
Just the low node.
Yeah, the low node at the bottom. But yeah, it ends up working out cleanly. And then what? Was I still in this? What time did I get out? 7:22. So I do remember this. This selling started happening and I got a bit nervous, but I was like, for how the volume stepped in here and it not to continue is a good sign that this is gonna hold. And sure enough, buyers step in again.
I bet you were happy as hell when you saw that bubble.
Fuck yeah. I was like, I'm out this bitch. Alright, one more day. I'll try to go through it somewhat fast.
My trade was dumb. I just took the breakout of the lows of consolidation. That's it.
I did want to review how where you exited, how that rallied up.
Oh yeah, that was a bitch.
What made you exit? Just because it was your target, or you seen something on order flow?
No, it was just my target.
Wait, what made you enter?
Let me go back to my sheet. It broke yesterday. It broke yesterday's highs. CVD line made lower lows, and there was a low value node. I didn't get in the screenshot, but it was right under there that I felt like price was gonna test.
At what time?
I entered at around 6:48. Right, 6:48, 6:40 something. Right?
So already just looking at CBD, we going into the open, we were already making lower lows. So that was a sign of bearish. That's actually interesting. What price was it? Your entry?
56.82.75.
Just looking at my chart, it was hard for me to like really level personally. But the way this held that the bottom of my supply zone is so right to the T.
Wait, you had a freaking supply zone there? What the hell?
From the night before though.
Oh,
And I just ended up
you keep them?
this day I did because I didn't know what to do. I couldn't find a zone here.
Oh,
So I actually had this in mind, like if it drops and holds the bottom of it, it may be a setup, but I also don't fully rely on that, so I hesitated. I just was like, I'd rather not trade. You said 645?
646.
Oh, oh shit, I passed it. Damn, where was your low SVP?
Oh, I was using the end part.
This?
Huh? No. For like the target, not a target, but like for direction, like for. I felt like price was gonna hit it, like test it.
What end part though?
Yeah, like the end part, like from. Wait, let me see.
Oh, I thought your entry you were using.
Oh no.
Because I was interested in something up here, but I don't remember. I think I wanted to see us break above this and reject.
You were posting on the Discord all your interest levels of interest, right?
Yeah, I think so. This was 645. Hold up. Hello? Yeah, sure. Those little sandwiches. Yeah, all right. Oh yeah. All right, thank you. But what time did you exit?
I exited at 6:51:27.
Right at V1. Fucking champion.
I didn't get the good fill. I wanted a 1 to 2. My risk ended up being
Wait, you were
7 to
part
11.
of this drop? Oh, you were part of. Oh wait, you were out already.
6:51:27. I saw the drop and I was like, oh shit, and then it bounced right back up, and then that's where I got the shitty fill. See, and then it went lower a bit. See, that's what fucked me.
Damn, you could have made some dough.
I know, man. Whatever. I stuck to my plan regardless. That was a win.
That's right. Alright, so down here, if I wanted to get a loan, broke all those limit orders, aggressive seller, CBD was starting to freeze up, not drop anymore. But see here, I wouldn't have like a level based on SVP. Like there's not everything is low SVP.
Yeah.
What size is this? 300. Actually, what I'd prefer is like this pullback here. How it pops up and then pulls back into 56.69. So you'd have to be patient to let this just pop.
It's crazy because I would think that was the move. And then when it pulls
Yeah.
back down, I would be like, okay, it's going back down. I wouldn't have that bullish sentiment to go back up.
The only reason I would start to is if CBD makes a higher low. See how it started pushing up? And if it
Oh, yeah.
finds buyers on this higher low here, then you could be like, okay, this may. But I do see where you're coming from with that. Limit orders are sitting there right at that 69. The only thing is like, besides these limit orders, why else would I use 69? I mean, the way volume sold aggressively into this area, maybe. A pop happens there slightly. So this is showing me buyer intention, volume shifting. I would want to see 68 get tested though. And I don't think. Oh, was there 7 a.m. news?
Yeah.
Oh, there was factory orders. So I wouldn't have got in there. Damn, even that was a hard entry.
This whole week was kind of shit, to be honest.
Yeah, it's because of the earnings.
Oh, yeah.
Because
Yeah.
even that, this other guy I follow, he said he just didn't trade at all this week.
That's smart.
Damn, CBD is falling as this is happening. That's weird. Yeah, I see why I didn't trade this day.
It's all the mixed signals, dude. Like, the fuck?
Yeah. Hopefully tomorrow. I think this was the biggest earnings week, so hopefully next week is a little clearer.
Hope so.
Yeah, I don't got much else here. That's basically it for me.
Sounds good.
Damn.
Is EY still here?
Yeah, my bad. I was just muted because it's kind of loud in my kitchen.
What are you guys working on next week?
Honestly, reviewing more. I just want to keep adding that. To me, I think it'll all come as long as I can stay consistent with showing up to the market every day. But I do want to start finding, but I like patterns and consistencies on big reversals or breakthroughs on Bookmap.
Yeah. Like I said, just focus on when you review that SVP CBD, volume, and limit orders. At least on Bookmap.
Yeah, just
Even if you don't have a zone on your chart and you did see that the market had a big reversal, like look at why that reversal happened.
yeah,
And it may not, like even right here, this review that we're doing for this one here, it may not have exactly the signs that you want to see, and that's just it could be due to conditions or like this week it was earnings week, so it was just kind of shittier to catch a clean setup. Um, but I would say still review that just to get an understanding of why it does work or why it doesn't work.
Yeah.
yeah. I'm just gonna review Bookmap more and try to learn the indicators. That's it.
Indicators?
Or the confirmations.
Yeah, for me, it's just holding to my targets. That's really what I got to work on. Um, I got to emphasize that more, and that continuing to do the low SVP, CBD, volume, and limit orders. Just try to ingrain that in my head. I think with structure, I'm starting to get a better feel for it as far as the charts, but definitely still keep focusing on Bookmap.
Oh yeah, dude. Just focusing on Bookmap is literally the link to becoming rich.
Dude, I see why Carmine says he knows traders who don't even use charts anymore.
I know it's fucking crazy.
Yeah. But yeah, it definitely is. Almost there.
I know, dude. We're getting better. We're getting better.
Fuck yeah.
We're all getting better for sure.
What doesn't
For
kill you
sure,
makes
dude.
you stronger.
What was that?
So what doesn't kill you makes you stronger. So might as well just keep at it. It's gonna keep getting better.
Exactly. You can only
The
go
only
up.
thing that's being affected is that bank account, but that's okay.
Money's not even real.
Right. And you're on demo.
Oh man. All right, yes.
Well,
Is that
stay
it?
locked in, fellas.
Hell yeah.
Hey,
All right,
peace
guys.
out.
Peace.
Peace out. Yeah.